Hello, everybody. I am Catherine Levesque, USA Today bestselling author of about 110 books. I'm starting to lose count. You reach a certain point, and you just start to lose count. Um, but actually, I am very very active on Facebook. I'm very very active on Facebook and Twitter and the website and that kind of thing. But I've really seriously underutilized YouTube, and I'm going to start picking that up again and doing some meaningful things. I hope. Um, I know a lot of there's so much information on YouTube, about how to write books, how to publish books, how to be an author, how to be productive, that kind of thing as far as authors are concerned. And, you know, I have a lot to say on that. I have a lot to offer on that. Clearly, this is my ninth year of doing this full time. Um, but I think I'm gonna address those things, and I'm gonna start talking about those things and start doing an author tidbit um, crash course in certain things. We're going to do business, we're going to do character development, we're going to do how to actually write a book. We're going to do things like that. Because, like I say, I think I've seriously underutilized YouTube. So I'm going to start picking that up again. And because I think my perspective is maybe a little unique in certain things. Because I've been doing this for such a long time. I wrote my first book at 13. I started writing seriously back in the well, mid 80s, late 80s. So this has not just been an overnight thing for me. This has been a journey that has really taken my entire life to reach this point. So I think I've got a lot to share, and I'm going to start doing that, and I'm excited to do that. And a lot of people charge for courses, and um, that's great and all, but sometimes people just can't pay for it. They can be very expensive. Courses can be very expensive. Um, so I'm not going to give full blown courses, but I think what I'm going to do is do, maybe 15-minute videos about certain things. And I think anything beyond that, honestly, sometimes it's hard to keep your attention when you've got so much information. So I think little 15-minute burst videos will be really, really helpful to up and coming authors, even existing authors. Um, because my whole thing is I can talk about so many things and how I do things and how my process is. And you can sit there and go, yeah, I do that, I do that, I do that. But if there's one thing that I say that you're not trying, you're not doing, and you come away with that one thing and you try it and it makes a big difference, it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. So stay tuned on my channel, and we are going to, like I say, I'm going to start doing some little 15-minute videos to kind of help authors um, map out their careers and map out their skills as writers, because I think that'll be really, really helpful. Um, the actual title of this video is Author Focus. Author Focus. In 2020, I don't know one author right now who isn't having trouble focusing on what they're doing. And, as authors, I think we tend to put a lot of pressure on ourselves. When you write a book, you are you are basically pouring out your heart. You really are. I mean, you are bringing to life what you're creating in your mind, and that's a very personal thing, very very personal thing. And you always want it to be perfect. You always want it to be well received. And when you can't focus on what you're doing, that makes it really, really difficult to produce that product that you're proud of. And I am no different. Right now, I am writing two books at one time. That is a rarity for me, but my indie release schedule is such that I have got a book coming out in July, and my traditionally published schedule has me delivering a book in July to my publisher. So I had to write two books at one time. So I'm doing that now, and that's really kind of taking some mastery. So I'm going to talk about that maybe in another short video, so you can kind of see how I was doing things, how I've done things. This is the third time I've had to do this. No, it does not get easier with time. As a matter of fact, I think it gets a little tougher. But I think everybody's having trouble focusing right now, and I will tell you what I do to help me focus. One of the things that I was doing, and I think a lot of people are doing, is, well, first of all, I write full time, so I don't have a full time job. So let's assume that you're gonna write full time. This is a full time thing. So, and let's assume that the kids are off to school, the husband's off to work, and now it's just you, and it's your time. So I think a lot of problem that I'm observing with other authors, and we're kind of discussing, is how you get up in the morning, you settle down to work, you got your coffee or your tea or whatever you've got, and you're ready to go. And I think a lot of people are falling into the black hole of Facebook and news outlets, because you want to see what's going on in the world. I mean, that is natural. You want to get on Facebook. You want to see what's going on. You know, Facebook is such a spectacular tool to communicate with people and connect with people. Maybe you're on Facebook to do your marketing. That's great. If you're on Facebook just to do your marketing, that's fine. But the problem is you get distracted by all of the chatter and all of the ads and all of the posts about what's going on right now. um, and then you start looking at the news outlets. You start reading NBC, you start reading MSNBC, you start reading the Daily Mail or whatever, and you kind of lose yourself in that black hole. And what I'm finding is the more I do that, the more it takes me out of the zone I need to be in to actually write a book. A book is a world in a closet. It really is. It you sit in a closet, you box yourself in, and you're focusing on just that world. And when you start letting all of these outside distractions get to you, and it's very bad this year. I mean, there's always something going on. But since January 2020, it's been really, really bad, as we all know. So, what I have been doing, and this actually came at the suggestion of another author, because it was what she was doing. My process was usually I'd get up in the morning, and in the morning, I would do like most of my marketing, most of my business stuff, and then I would start writing in the afternoon, if I was lucky. If I didn't have too much business stuff going on, um, and my best time to write would come in the evening, and that started a long time ago when my kids were little, because they would go to bed, and that would be my time to write. So that has always been conditioned with me. And I was finding that I was just getting too distracted in the day and too off off balance, I guess. I almost want to say off balance. And by the time evening rolled around and I was supposed to start writing, I was like mentally exhausted. I was just like wiped out. I just couldn't do it. So I was talking to some friends of mine. We had a Zoom, other authors. We had a Zoom chat one day, and one gal who had a full time job, said, I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I write from 4 to 7. That's my time. Nothing, I'm not being bothered with emails. My phone isn't ringing. It's quiet outside, and that's when I'm doing it. And I thought, wow, I don't know. I mean, I've been writing at night for 30 years, and I don't know if I can switch. But I'll tell you something. I tried it. I didn't get up at 4 in the morning because, it's 4 in the morning. But I tried just that little switch, just that little dynamic switch, and it made a big difference. So maybe changing your time of day to write might make a difference, might help you focus a little bit better, because it did for me. So I found that if I started first thing, of course, I get up and I check my email to make sure there's nothing I got to address right at that second. Um, and if there wasn't, I'd just go right into it. And I found that just, oh man, that it helped my productivity, because I would write all day, and then by 4 or 5 o'clock, my word count's done. I have big word count days, 4 or 5, 6,000 words a day. Um, But the point is that just that little change made a world of difference in helping my focus. Something else I've started resorting to really kind of help my focus. The little things, people, the little things can help. For me, it's been this earbuds. And as I am writing, I'm playing white noise. So I can't hear anything. Um, I actually have glass doors in my office, and they face out onto the foyer of the house and the front door and the staircase. And that was so distracting because I could see my husband coming down, see the cats running up the, because it was right in my periphery. So I had blinds put up, so now I can't see that anymore. So that has helped focus. So it's the little things that can really, really help your focus as a writer, and especially right now, that is super important. So if you can make just a little change your writing time. Play white noise with earbuds while you're working, block things out. um, just small changes could really help your focus. So give it a try. I mean, we're all going through the same thing right now. We're all having a difficulty focusing on what we need to do, but we need to do it. Life goes on, the world keeps going, it never stops. So don't you stop, keep going. Just find your sweet spot, find a way to focus with the smallest things. And something else I started doing too was, I would write in the morning, write for a couple of hours, and then when lunchtime came around, I would eat my lunch completely. That's when I would start checking email again, that kind of thing. But I was also making at least an hour for me to just watch something mindless. Just take my mind off of my, book for a minute, take my mind off, everything else is going on, and just watch something that brings you comfort that you really like to watch. Sometimes I'll sit and watch a horror movie. Yes, I like horror movies. I'm very strange that way. But, the point is that it was something to just take my mind out of the book, out of current events, out of the house even, and just focus on something that just, I almost want to call it a palate cleanser. It just kind of resets you a little bit. I actually started watching, like, binge watching Gilligan's Island too. I mean, honestly, just something to kind of take you. It's like that Calgon commercial, take me away. So, it just kind of takes you away. So every day I plan for at least an hour just to kind of reset. And then once that's over with, deep breath, back in I go. So, there's a lot of tricks, and there's a lot of things that people do. Some people do meditation. I personally have never done that, but I think the whole point is find something that helps you get in the zone. Try little things. If they don't work, try something else. Um, Take at least an hour out of your day just for you. And if it's just to lay down on the couch and close your eyes, or sit and watch Gilligan's Island, or, you know, go outside and walk around. Take an hour, take some time, because that is really essential to helping you keep your sanity, and also your blood flowing, and helping you stay relaxed. And something else that I've also been doing is every single night before I go to bed, I take a hot bath every single night. And maybe that's a little much for you, but you know, actually, if you take a hot bath or a hot shower at night, it really does wonders. I mean, it's like you're just washing away all that stress of the day, and you get in bed and you're all nice and warm and clean, and that really helps a lot. So focus is really an important achievement in 2020. So don't give up. Don't give up. And that's going to be the end of my talk today. That's about 15 minutes. There you go. 15 minutes. And I'm going to be back probably in the next couple of days with something else to talk about as far as books and writing and authors and author life. So I hope you will join me. So everybody have a great, great day.